One thing I've been noticing, national media is loving Aliyah Boston, and she's front runner for National Player of the Year. I don't know how I feel about that, Max. I'm gonna throw some stat lines at you. See who you like for National
Blind
Player of the
resume
Year.
time.
Cover the eyes. All right. 12.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, about 1.5 assists on 59, 9, and 78 splits. 9%. 9% from 3.
Okay.
About 27, 7.5, and 8 on 45, 36, 83 splits.
Okay.
And then 23.7, 15.5, and 2.5 assists on 56, 25, and 68 splits. Which of those players do you like the most for Player of the Year?
So I'll tell you which player I like the least. Is player A.
Player A.
It's an kind of uninspiring line. I like player B. The second player that you listed, that is complete play across the board, at least from an offensive standpoint.
So you want me to
reveal the names.
Player A, Aliyah Boston. Totally unassuming line. Player B, Caitlin Clark, your favorite. So good pick.
Go Hawkeyes.
Player C, Angel Reese.
That makes sense.
15 boards. I mean, it was pretty. I think it was
Yeah,
pretty obvious.
That stands out.
I think you could tell who was who.
Yes.
But
it's pretty easy to tell based on their different play styles who was who. But even from a blind standpoint, I think Caitlin Clark does everything.
Yeah.
Angel Reese does her thing better than anyone else in the country. Aliyah Boston does her thing well. And this is the defense that the media has. Even I
think it's valid, but
my boy Scott Van Pelt is my favorite reporter. He was on SportsCenter the other night. He said Aliyah Boston only has about 14 and 12 per game and a double-double because they don't need her to play late in the game, which I get. But still, even you're not making that much of the minutes that you're in if you're only putting up 14 and 12. And I say, none of us could go out and get 14 and 12. But Angel Reese is getting 23, almost 24, and 15.5 per night.
Yeah.
And they're dominating. They're dominating. And she is surrounded by just as much talent as Aliyah Boston is. These are both stacked rosters.
Exactly.
They're both playing teams that are below their level.
Exactly. I think Angel Reese, the argument against her is the strength of schedule and the strength of competitors.
Yep.
But then the argument for Aliyah Boston is their strength of schedule being easy, that she doesn't get to stay in the game.
Right. They don't play anybody.
You can't have it both ways, guys.
Right. The media can't do this both ways. And Angel Reese actually has more assists, which is surprising. So she's even doing that better than Aliyah Boston is.
And this isn't anything to discredit Aliyah Boston. She's the clear number one pick.
I think that's the reason, because Angel Reese does have more to prove.
Yeah.
And I think she has made herself into the bona fide best player in the country. And we know that Aliyah Boston could be the best player in the country, but chooses not to, doesn't need to, whatever you want to say. But that should be reflected in the awards. It shouldn't be, we know she could be the best player, so we're going to give her the Player of the Year award. It's who was the best player. And right now, if you want a guard, it's Caitlin Clark. If you want a big, it's Angel Reese. And I don't think there's any question about that.
Totally agreed, Max.